What is going on, guys? So, do you want your E36 to snap like you just saw at the beginning of this video? I'm going to show you guys pretty quickly here how to make a few spring changes, some dampening changes, height adjustments, and then my favorite, a good alignment. And you can have an E36 with a nice heavy iron block, other heavy things like the turbo and stuff like that, have it snap like a Silvia. I mean, or as close as I can get it to, like y'all saw. And then at the end of the video, I'll give you guys alignment specs for this thing and information that you need for Ackerman, for the SLR kit and things like that. Cool? Easy? All right, let's jump in. I want to go ahead and get the 8K springs out of the front. I want to put some 12Ks that I have on the shelf in, which is going to effectively tighten up the front and distribute a lot more of the weight onto the rear. Another thing I did was put on those 265 Kendas I have rather than those, honest to God, not all that great 255, what are those? 651s, Acceleras. Between more grip from the tire, a raise in the front because of how low and raked it was, you could really tell that was making it fall on its face all the time. And then even at our highest dampening, we were having issues with these 8Ks, just that, so knock it on up, 12K. If that really does bring a lot of the grip back, then I'll put a rear sway bar in it as well, and we can make it really snappy. But the goal of today, or tonight and tomorrow, is to make this thing snap like an S chassis. Ooh, God, I hope. Maybe even remotely close to an S chassis. Cool. Let's jump in. First things first, springs, raise, and then my steering rack stops. And we'll do a bolt check, and we'll get it ready for the trailer tomorrow morning. We're gonna take it off from the top hat assembly itself without removing these 3 bolts and messing with the alignment. We will just take off this one nut and drop the spring straight down. That means though we need to take off the tire and drop the preload off that spring, and we'll get ready to take it off. Fun to see. This one's our loose. Well, glad we're bolt checking, right? Just so we know. Focus. Just so we know. We're right about 80 millimeters currently. 79 millimeters. Let's go ahead and pull this out. If that comes loose, just even a little bit, you're gonna have the sensation like your entire strut is bouncing up and down in this area, and you'll think you have like a blown wheel bearing or a loose lower control arm, and you check all the bolts all through here, and in actuality, without a jack or a pry bar, because of the weight of this tire, whenever you jack it up, you won't realize that it's actually this guy just moving up and down. All right. Number 1. Actually, a strong cover, that's a good one. It's been years since these were pulled out. So, I'm thankful to be able to go over them, give them a once over, or clean up with a soft chemical like Simple Green, you know, and then get them ready for their new coils. These 12K replacement springs, as you can see here, 62, 180, 12, are a direct replacement. Same height, same width. I got these on BC Racing's website. For some reason, every time I've ever ordered springs, front or rear, I can find a buy one, get one free coupon, like on their website. So I can get one of these for 50 bucks. And gives me another. All right, so let me see. Balance. There we go. So we'll grab our boot and our bump stop. Put them back in place, make sure it's seated all the way down. I mean, that's it. We'll set preload once it's in the car. Get this lined up into place. And then, finally, throw these back in. Now, we're gonna do full dampening resets when we get to the track tomorrow with these new coils. So, who knows what they're at now, but it does not really matter. I bet you they're near max. Now, let's go ahead and check height. Maybe raise it a little more on both sides. Okay, sway bar. Little fucker. Done. And now time to, all right, so those threads spin that way, you can see, which means this needs to go that way to loosen. We are at 90 inches exactly. 94.5. Okay, let's set preload, and then we'll be good to go on the springs, and we can move on to those steering rack spacers. In order to do the preload, best example I can give is to take the spring and get it, loosen both these collars until the spring spins naturally. Doesn't shake up and down, but can spin. Then you're gonna set both loosely and then raise this one, tighten this upper one until you can fit the width of your spanner wrench between them, and then tighten that one up to meet it. There's two different spanners I have from two different kits, and they are the same width. So that does work for this older one and for the old BC itself. For being an SLR Ultra kit, I mean, that's like not all that much. I mean, it's a lot, don't get me wrong. It is an angle kit amount, but a cut knuckle will get you there. So I knew that I had overdone the spacer at some point trying to mitigate that steering shake. And it looks like I've got my aluminum one that I machined, that I always leave there. And then I forgot I added that much more for some reason when I was fighting. I'd rather it shake a little and have some lock. So we're gonna pop those out. Both of those are off. Let's see where we're at. We've got a material we cut those out of so we can make any diameter, and you can sand them down if needed, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, that's noticeably more. Still no rub or anything like that. It doesn't catch anything back there. We're just literally running spacers to fight that shake. But raising the front of the car, I think it's gonna help. Oh yeah. Ugh, all right, let's cut that real quick. Freaking can't wait to do a whole refresh of this thing here in the next couple of weeks, man. That's coming up soon. I can't wait for that video. All right, I cut these down over halfway on this sander just to bring them with us, just in case that just falls to lock and gets stuck and feels funny. We have a backup. So I actually went ahead and throw those cut ones back in because when I was getting to full lock without them, it was binding and contacting right there. And now you can see with them, I mean, it's just the smallest gap. Coilovers, set. Angle, set. Let's go ahead and bolt check. Ugh. Yeah, so everything looks really good under here. Let's go ahead and drop it down. We'll throw it on the trailer. I mean, it's just, guys, like, holy shit. So, I know you can't probably tell. I mean, it is so fucking aggressive. Ooh. Okay, loaded up. You know, for today, I might just drive it at that height. It kind of looks like a Mahon car setup. Nice and tall. Nice and low. Well, we all know this area. And look at that. How cool. Doug. But we're not going to see Doug. Haha. We're going to get in alignment with Campo. Wow. Ooh, Chase Base 4-to-1, love that. Clutch Master. This thing's nice, a lot of Chase Base stuff in here. Okay. Oh, that thing looks so cool. And we are on the trailer. I have nothing but amazing things to say. So, they chased out the F-cab threads that were toast up front. And then did a full alignment for me. And they fixed the bolt and put it back in when that was damaged a little when they had to chase the threads. So that should have been $200 for the alignment like it used to be. And then however many, 30 minutes to an hour for the fix. They charged me $140, like $130 for the alignment, no charge on the fix. And that's gonna be their number for anyone who's drifting and doing linear raceplex stuff. So, guys, align your drift cars. God damn, it's been 2 years. I know you haven't. Good morning. We're heading to the pond. Let's get packed up. How exciting. We're gonna go test the car, see the guys for a couple of days. Drive in the rain, I hear. It's okay. I put wherever the car is, I put a dry sock on that filter, so we'll see how that goes. Let's load tires, bumpers, skirts. Skirts, where are my skirts? Got my skirts mounted, never was able to do anything about this. So I'll just pull the clip and be embarrassed. But I really thought I would get a makeover done on that car by now, but the couple weeks after Japan have been all about just regular job, make money. Thankfully, I've been stacking up on some tires, so I didn't have to buy any. Fuel, stuff like that, Airbnb. Not all that expensive of a trip, hopefully. Okay, tires, tools, we're out of here. Look at that. Woo, that's not bad. We gotta stop for kolaches, dude. It's the best hot food in Buc-ee's. Go ahead and check straps. We'll keep going. They're so good, you can't have any. I know. Mid-pond! Go to the pond! Let's say hello to everyone after we unload. One of my favorite So I know we set out with a goal to make them snap like an S chassis and have like really good usable grip without breaking anything. First off, trip to the pond was amazing. Thought this was a great place to test this because this was a pretty pinnacle moment for me. Now that the car, or should I say the engine, is finally working, everything for the most part as it should, you know, little issues here and there, but we'll get them figured out. After that alignment from Campo, that plus the 12K springs, plus, you know, we have the 8Ks in the rear. Then the Kansai style, or the Kansas style, as Diego says, raised up the front a little bit to set that weight under the back of the car. I mean, it was one of the fastest cars at Mid-Pond. I was thinking I was going to air up at 28 PSI on these Kendas, and I was pushing everything. It was the snappiest, most aggressive it's ever been. I've never thrown an entry like that at Mid-Pond. So I'm happy. I think that's a success, right, guys? I'm going to say we did it. If you guys want your car to snap like that, just follow that science right there. Some digressive valving, some stiff springs up front, loose ones in the rear, front sway bar, no rear sway bar. Then camber settings we talked about, raise it up in the front. It's great. It was great. I appreciate you guys.